Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video of My Creative Life with Kelssweetie, where we read books and we make art, and during a certain time of year, we start Halloween decor hunting. Today, I have a Halloween haul for you. I've been collecting a few things here and there. This is probably over, I want to say, the last month or so. It's not a huge one, all things considering. But I do think it's a really good one. I've found a couple of things recently from HomeGoods. Surprisingly, HomeGoods hasn't really been giving a lot of things that I'm like, needed, except for one of the things on today's haul. I've also found an at-home item. I found some things at the thrift. I've found some things on eBay. So I'm really excited to show y'all what I got today for this cute little haul today. And let's get into the intro and then get into it. So as I spoke about in the beginning, HomeGoods hasn't been blowing me away entirely, but the things that I have found from HomeGoods so far this year actually have been extremely exciting. Well, one of the main things, really. I have my eyes on a Frankenstein bust, like the concrete looking one, not the pink and neon green or pastel green one, not that one. I want this concrete looking one that's kind of looking like the planners that they did last year. So I'm looking for that. But other than that, I don't have a lot more. Everything is looking very cute to me. And it's not that I'm looking for anything per se that's very like gory or anything like that. But I've just not found that, like, the things that I've been finding are just like barely there. They're just barely there. However, let's get into the HomeGoods portion of this haul. So to start off with something a little bit more traditional, I found this table runner at HomeGoods. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the quilting in here. And the thing is that I'm not sure if I'm going to use this as a table runner. I think that I might end up putting sewing some fabric loops on like top portions of this and making it so that it can go across the front of my credenza in my living room or possibly over the top of my bookshelf. I don't know yet. I'm kind of, because I kind of want to see this straight on instead of across my coffee table. It'll still work across my coffee table. I think this needs more time to shine. It gives first grade Halloween children's type of thing, does it not? That's what it kind of gives to me. When I saw it, I immediately wanted it. It just really was, it gave traditional vintage Halloween in the quilting and everything. This was $16.99, and it's a pretty large, like, what is it? This is 14 by 72 inches. Quite long is what it is. So it's really, I haven't seen it again since I saw it out, but we'll see if I end up doing the idea of it being across something or if I end up using it as a table runner. I even like this as in my kitchen across the top. I have like this ledge in my kitchen. I don't know. I just see this hanging. This feels like a hanging situation. So that's the first thing. I bought this recently from HomeGoods in a recent HomeGoods trip. Another HomeGoods item is one that we're seeing a lot out in the HomeGoods stores right now, and that is the Joanna Parker salt and pepper shakers. So these are $9.99, which I know in the past they've been $7.99, $8.99. We've all talked about it at this point. HomeGoods is definitely going up in the prices, and I don't know. I feel like the trans pack. I thought that Joann's ended their trans pack contract, or maybe they went back to it recently. I'm not sure, but I feel like that's why we're seeing a lot of these back in the stores, seeing a lot of the traditional carnival ones back in the stores, which are one of her, I think that she got smart. She realized that those are where her money lies, not in necessarily the licensing that Rae Dunn's currently been doing. I found this, and I have the regular pumpkin looking ones, and I think I also have the cats. But I love this one with the little hats on top of them. And I don't have any owls or anything, so I thought this was really cute. Recently, I saw a mummy bowl. Almost got it. There was something about it that just wasn't there yet for me. I'm still looking to see if I find the Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein out and about, if I may get that. I'm not sure. I have to see it in person. But I really love these. And if you don't know, I love to get the salt and pepper shakers because I use them as tiny figurines, not for what they were intended for. And they're really great if you're doing that maximalism look, to fit them into these small spaces of anything you're decorating. So that's why I like to use these a lot. Speaking of licensing, this has been the year of the Peanuts. I don't know if Peanuts, Charlie Brown, because we've seen them at home. At home has the tin signage of the Peanuts Halloween stuff. I don't know if we're gearing up for something or if it's an anniversary this year or something, but there have been so much in regards to Snoopy, Charlie Brown, Peanuts, Halloween stuff this year. I don't really know where it's coming from, but I think that it's clear that either they have an anniversary coming up or new marketing's in charge or something, because I've seen a lot of it. I've seen some of the Ray Dunn mugs that have come out for the Peanuts, and I think that it's cute. I know in my last Halloween hunting video, I said I can't buy any more mugs. I know what mug I'm getting rid of to replace it with this, a wonderful mug. I love it. Now, was it pricey? It was $12.99, which kind of hurts my heart because that seems a little expensive for a mug. But I will say it has this really cute Snoopy with a little pumpkin on his head sitting right up there at the top. So that's cute. So like every time I drink it, he'll be sitting in my coffee. But I also thought that this mug gave 90s school superintendent during Halloween season. Like, this feels very 90s mug to me. I don't know. I think it might be because of just having the full scene, the entire mug be the full scene, and it's a wraparound. And then even with this little topper in it, it gave vintage 90s to me. And I loved it. I also love how big of a cup it is. I really do a vat of coffee in the morning. I do one and done for the entire day. But I also love the size of it. I just thought this was really cute. Considering all of that, I was like, okay, fine. If this is the only mug I get this year, this is the mug that I'm getting. Now, the one I went to had tons of these, but I've not seen it since I went to that one, to be honest. So I can't believe that I really found this one, and it's worth it to get rid of my other mugs that I don't really love as much to make room for this one and just donate that one to somebody who will love it better. I love this. I also love it has a thick, handle. Like, something about this feels like I thrifted it. Like, it feels like a 90s type of mug. I don't know what that is. Maybe y'all could tell me. I rationalize this purchase. I'm leaving my last HomeGoods find for the end because it's arguably my favorite find so far in the last month. So I want to kind of leave that until the end. So we're going to move on to my at-home purchase that I got. Basically my first Halloween hunting purchase of the season, like me going to the stores and finding Halloween. And that was the vampire / werewolf skull from At Home this year. One, let's get into the fact that they didn't give us colored lights. I love that. Everyone take notes. No more colored lights. Only where it makes sense. I have missed out on so many different pieces because they're giving us colored lights and the piece doesn't call for that. I love that these... Now, will I ever turn on the lights? No, but I liked having the option. This is substantial, and it was labeled at $16.99, but my local At Home is closing. So I got this 30-40% off, whatever that was, and I thought that was a pretty good price for something this big. I know that this is probably supposed to be a vampire head. It doesn't say on here. It just says Resin Skull, and it's a part of the Midnight Shadows collection. With the top and bottom teeth being fangs and how big the head is, I like thinking of this as a werewolf. Let me tell you why. One, because we don't get enough werewolf merchandise. We get so much every single year. So much vampire Halloween decor. So much Frankenstein Halloween decor. Mummies. Ghosts are the time of the season. Witches. No love for our werewolves. And I feel like looking at how these fangs are, it's giving Wolverine. It's giving werewolf. That's where I'm going with this. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to say with this. That's what I feel like this is giving because of the top and bottom. Now, if it was just the top, I would have just said, okay, it's a vampire. And I still would have gotten it because I really do like how this looks. As y'all know, I'm doing a gothic decor type of situation over in my living room this year. and it's like dark, traditional gothic monster mash type of thing. But I don't have much werewolf stuff. And I really, really loved how this looked. And I loved how this is like a faux, like it's resin type of concrete, which I think At Home does really well. They do their faux concrete look very, very well, in my opinion, for the price. And I just thought that this was really cute. And I loved that I looked at it and I said, that's a werewolf. Does anybody else see that? Honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm seeing it as a werewolf. I will say it every single year, we need more werewolf love. I would love to see so much more werewolf merchandise out there. I just feel like they don't get enough love, and I'm not so sure why. Like, werewolves are great. They're very 80s. The next lineup of things that I got were actually from the thrift store trips recently, and they're all VHS cassette tapes. As some of y'all may know, I am doing a vintage rental VHS store in my TV area, my living room space. I'm very excited for it because I feel like it's a huge undertaking. Every single year, I feel like I kind of choose a theme that really puts me out of my comfort zone, and this year is my out of my comfort zone, out of the box type of one. I think last year was my vintage 90s Halloween party one, and I killed that so well that I was like, okay, we got to bring that same energy back with something else. And so I'm doing the vintage VHS rental store. That's what it is this year. So I've been collecting VHS cassette tapes, going to the thrift store every other day or so and seeing what I can find at them, and it's been fun. I wish that I was finding more Halloween though. A little quick break regarding that. I just feel like I'm seeing Christmas out there. Y'all skipping a month. Y'all skipping a holiday. I don't see hardly any Halloween out there, and I don't know if it's because people are hoarding their Halloween because it's becoming harder and harder to find, or because of the popularity in Halloween spiking and people are reselling instead of just donating. I'm not certain, but it's been very strange to kind of go out, see hardly any Halloween whatsoever, and then see a good amount of vintage Christmas though. I don't know what that's about. I'm hoping that it's just they haven't really caught up and that we'll start seeing some more. And the thing is that I've been going outside of the LA area, going further out into the suburbs and everything, trying to see if that's the reason. Still having the same problem. But regardless, I have been finding great VHS, which I'm surprised about because there's been an uptick in physical media. So a part of me has been feeling like you're going to walk in there one day and you're not going to see that anybody's been donating their VHS cassette tapes. Luckily, that's not been the case so far. I found some great early 2000s, and also I can't believe some people got rid of this, but there was a collector's edition of Star Wars trilogy. So these are the prequels, or not the prequels. What do they call the original? The original three, not the prequels that like released in the early 2000s. And so we have Return of the Jedi, which looks amazing. Honestly, like the cover of these are amazing, and they kind of have this slight foil look to them. Like they're not necessarily covered in foil, but like they shine a little bit. Like Yoda's face is shining a bit. I can't believe somebody got rid of these. I don't think that it was on purpose. I have Return of the Jedi, The Empire Strikes Back, which has the stormtroopers on them, which honestly everybody loves The Empire Strikes Back. I like it. I just don't like it as much as everybody else does because it's that whole romance between Leia and Han and everything, and I'm not a Leia and Han stan. Okay, I said it. All right, I know I'm new to the franchise. All right, but I'm just saying she could do better. And then also A New Hope as well that has this great Darth Vader look on it. So yeah, again, like these just look amazing. They're in amazing condition. I don't know who would have gotten rid of this, but I will say I picked these up, and there was like another girl who was kind of hawking the VHS cassette aisle, but she was kind of giving me my space because I got there first, which I appreciate. Y'all take notes. You thrifting, even at these home goods and stuff. Some of y'all be ruthless. Like, let's be cute. Let's continue to be cute. If somebody got there first, just let them rock. If they got something that you wanted, it is what it is. It wasn't your day. But I know that she went over there. She left with nothing. But I know that she saw me with these, and she was probably upset because she was kind of looking real close while I was looking at these. I also got two great early 2000s thriller classics, The Butterfly Effect, which scarred me for life for watching it for too early and has me definitely believing in not changing anything in your life ever. And Seven, which also scarred me for life. I didn't even watch this when I was young, and it absolutely freaked me out. I couldn't sleep for probably weeks on end. So good though. It's so good. Although my video store is kind of supposed to be like this 90s type of situation, I felt like these are early 2000s. Like I think both of these were released in like 2001, 2004. This was 2001. Where's the copyright on here, people? Okay. Well, I don't know. It can't be much older or younger than 7 is. 7's 2001, so I think that's close enough. And honestly, I don't know when the birth. It can't be older than 2004. I'm probably gonna look that up. But yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna be looking close enough that they're like, that's not authentic. It's MySpace, y'all. This counts. The next things that I found were actually eBay purchases, and I'm really, really excited about these for, one, the price that I got them for. I was looking for this everywhere, and people are outrageous with their prices in regards to this item. And I was really lucky that I got a seller who combined all of my shipping when I bought a couple of these, and that was vintage VHS genre signs. So these were from, and it looks kind of like they're from a Hollywood video from back in the day, just with the striping that they have across it. I'm not certain. They didn't say that it was. They said it was from a local video home store, like store in their area. So I'm guessing that these were just from there. I ended up winning them in a betting type of situation, which I usually never bet. But these have been waiting there for a while. I'd had them in my watch list. To buy them now, it was like $16.99. To bet on them or to bid on them, that's what it is. It was like $9.99. So I bet $10 and I got $10 for each one of these, which was fantastic. I ended up spending probably like $48, $50 in order with the shipping of these added, and that's not bad because, in all honesty, for only one of these signs, there are people out there on eBay who are like, that's $30. I'm not spending $30 on one sign. And I tried also looking into like, okay, maybe I can just have them made. I don't know why it's so hard to find like just this off Etsy or something. I don't know, but I am happy with it. I'm glad that I also got some genres that I can use for different seasons, and like thriller, maybe not, but drama, children's, and action I could probably use even for Christmas because I have an idea that I may continue this theme into Christmas as well, and maybe this is just something that my TV area will look like. I don't know. We're just playing with the idea. But one thing that I've been struggling to find was something more granular than just thriller, and finding something like horror or sci-fi is on my list if I was to find it. But for right now, I'm happy with just thriller. I think for a very long time, horror was just put into the thriller section, especially in like, you know, blockbusters or Hollywood videos. They didn't really have a horror section. I think smaller stores had like a horror section that was specific. Otherwise, they would put the horror under thriller. So I'm still cool with this. I'm still fine with the fact that I even found thriller. I also found drama for some of the more like, I would put The Craft under drama rather than a thriller. I know that that's going to become a whole situation once I start organizing my VHS, but there you go. Then I have children's, because I do have some children's films, some feel-good films like Hocus Pocus. And then I also have action, which I think some of my sci-fi films like X-Files or Independence Day may end up going under my action type of genre. But I really love this. I was looking for some because you need some genre signs if you're going to have a VHS rental store. And I was really happy with what ended up coming. And I was a little bit worried that they wouldn't be in really good condition. And to be honest, they are. Like a little scratched up here and there, but I think that kind of like more so feeds the whole it's vintage look. They're still completely and utterly readable, and I think they'll look really cool once I figure out how to put them up. My final item, which I've been waiting to show y'all, this was from HomeGoods, and I still can't believe that I found them. These weirdo candles that look vintage, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna take them out to kind of wave them around or whatever, but it's quite a bit in regards to all of the. They put these on lockdown in this box, so just give me a moment. Y'all, I love these. I love them. I love them. I love them. They're so weird, but in a way that feels very vintage. So you guys, if you saw my Halloween hunting video recently, you guys already saw this. And some of y'all even agreed with me. You're like, there's something adorably creepy that only vintage Halloween can really give you in these candlesticks. So I'm gonna kind of show you, I'm showing you close-ups of these, but their faces are strange, and I've yet to see any other piece out at HomeGoods. I've yet to see these again in HomeGoods. So there were 4 when I went to that HomeGoods. I went again maybe a week later, they were gone. And I've yet to see them in any other HomeGoods so far. They're a part of the Moonlight Manor collection, so I don't know if they have a website for you to maybe order them online. Regardless, I've seen the Moonlight Manor, and they have plenty of candles that you can hang from the ceiling and stuff, but nothing like this, nothing like these. So I still have plans to kind of age them up with a little bit of washed out brown paint just to really give them that like vintage look. But I think that these are going to look so amazing whether I put them, I mean, there's so many different places this year that I could put them in. I could put them in my more vintage Halloween trick-or-treat space. I could put them in my gothic decor space, although I kind of feel like they're a little cute for that area. Or I could even put them, honestly, they would even work in my Haunted Mansion space, to be honest. So there's so many different places I could put them, but I really think that I got lucky finding these because I've not found them again. I've not seen anybody else's Halloween hunting decor videos. I've not seen anybody else come across these. And that's saying a lot because there's a lot of Halloween hunting decor videos out there right now. A lot of code oranges are coming out. These were 20 bucks for a set of 2 of them. I'm still like shocked by that for some reason. The gold on them. So in my Halloween hunting video, I mentioned that it felt like the gold, the shimmer on the gold was kind of coming off. I think it was because I was just sitting in the car so I could see it really closely. Now just sitting in here and looking at it, even with this light, I'm not really seeing it like rub off. Like there's a little bit here and there, but it's not noticeable. It's not like glitter or anything. Hauntingly creepy and cute all at the same time. And I love that they're in different sizes. Not too crazy in the different sizes, but again, if you find these, pick them up because I'm not seeing them out there. And I don't know how many they really kind of released because of them being kind of really strange and niche in their opinion. But I've not seen them anywhere else. So if you are liking these and you see them at HomeGoods, I really recommend, and I'm not somebody who usually recommends that, but I really recommend you pick them up because I've not really seen them anywhere else, and it seems like they're going quickly. That is it for today's haul, y'all. Like I said, it wasn't a huge one, but again, as I've said before, I'm not trying to really do too much in the grand scheme of buying a ton of stuff. As you may be already seeing, I don't know if this video is going to come out first or my first video in that series, but I am kind of shopping my own collection. I think that I've gotten to a point where I have a good amount of stuff, and I feel like I've done a lot of different themes over the last couple of years that regardless of what my theme may be, there's something that maybe could fit into anything that I decided to do. So anything that I buy at this point really has to be like the candles I just got. Like, oh, that's one of a kind. Love that. I can see myself really liking that and wanting that from here on out. And adding that to the collection. One thing that I noticed over the last 2 years from doing unhaul videos with my Halloween decor is that, especially when you get started, you start buying stuff that you're like, do I love this? I love it enough. Let me buy it. And you're getting really used to the Halloween hunt and learning what your theme is and learning what you really do like about Halloween and your Halloween decor. And so you find some things, you know, a year later, once you're kind of a little bit more seasoned and stuff, that you're like, yeah, I don't think I really love that. I'm going to donate it. I don't know if this year is going to be like that, but shopping my own collection and going through my collection slowly and looking at what I do have, so I'm not going out and basically buying doubles of that or whatever, is probably going to really help. And by the time that it comes time in August, because that's when I start putting everything up, it's going to be next month. Oh my God, end of next month. That's scary. Then I won't be sitting there going, oh, I have doubles of this, or I wonder why I bought this thing, or having like last year I had 4 or 5 different bags of things to go to donation, which is fine. And it's great because hoarding things, we don't ever want to really hoard things. We want to make sure that we're keeping stuff that we really do love for our Halloween collection, or else we end up with thrift stores that have no Halloween in it and people can't afford to decorate or anything. So I'm really excited to be sharing some hauls that are a little bit quality over quantity. and then also showing y'all what I have in my own collection, because I don't think that I've done that in the past years, especially like with decorating and stuff like that. I don't get around to really showing y'all a closer look at what's actually in my collection. Keep a lookout for more of those videos, and keep a lookout for more Halloween haul videos and hunting videos coming soon. I am still going out and about and searching for some things, especially for this VHS rental store that I have in mind for. That is my main focus. I feel like a lot of my other stuff I have to do these other themes, but that specifically, I feel like I need, you know, very core things in order to really pull that look off. So I'm still looking for a lot of stuff in regards to that. So expect some videos coming for that soon. If you liked today's video, please subscribe down below and let me know down below what you are finding out there right now that is either a holy grail that you're still searching for, or if you also are keeping it pretty small with your Halloween hunting hauls this year and really kind of focusing on what do we have at home. We got Halloween at home. So let me know down below if you're into any of that, and please like today's video if you liked it. I will see y'all in the next one. Thanks. Bye.